This week's question for Frequently Asked Questions Friday is, what is Medicaid Estate Recovery? So Medicaid Estate Recovery is the government's program that seeks to recover against the estates of deceased Medicaid long-term care or waiver program recipients in order to recoup money that they spent in Medicaid dollars for their care. So when someone receives Medicaid benefits, either to pay for the nursing home or through the waiver program, the government keeps a tally of what they've spent, and then they can recover against that person's estate when they pass away. In many instances, the person who receives Medicaid doesn't actually have an estate when they pass away, since their assets are limited in getting the Medicaid benefit in the first place. They typically don't have an estate to recover against, and there's planning that we can do to try to ensure that that's the case. In some instances, though, of course, there is estate recovery that we have to contend with when we do estate administration. The most common asset that is subject to Medicaid estate recovery is the primary residence or the Medicaid recipient's house. The reason why this comes into play is because the home or the primary residence is an exempt asset when we apply for Medicaid. And so in some instances, the recipient will still own the home in their name and subsequently pass away, which would expose the home to Medicaid estate recovery. There are early planning techniques that we can do to try to protect the home from this that we've covered in some other videos, and there's even some crisis techniques we use for this as well. In addition to all of this, there are also exceptions to the Medicaid estate recovery rules, which we can evaluate on a case-by-case basis to see if they apply. If you have a question, we would love to hear from you. Submit the question to us on Facebook and we'll answer it. Thanks.